Hi, welcome to Robyn's Roost, and the shark frenzy continues. Today I am going to show you how to use the Shark Frenzy stamp set to make a fun shaker card. Shaker cards are always great for kids and us kids at heart. So with a few simple accessories or tools, we can make this card without any trouble at all. So let's just flip the camera and get started. So to make our Shark Frenzy shaker card, we're going to start with a standard card base that is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4, and then we're going to need a piece of the Whale of a Time designer series paper that is 3 3/4 by 5, a piece of Pacific Point cardstock that is 4 by 5 1/4. Those are going to be our front layers. And then for the back, we're going to need a piece of the Whale of a Time paper that is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I've cut a piece of acetate that is also 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, or window sheet, whichever you want to call it. And then we're going to need the foam adhesive strips, and we're using Pacific Point and Tuxedo Black for the stamping. So fairly simple stamping. And then I've also die cut a bunch of the little fish from the shark dies. So I will use the big fish and we'll use the little fish here, you can see. And that's going to be our little shaker pieces for the inside. And then I've also pulled in for the greeting, we're going to use the Stitch Shapes framelits. These are one of my go-to framelits. It has a nice mix of squares, circles, and ovals. So we're going to use one of those ovals. So to begin, we're going to, let me set this off to the side. We will adhere our DSP to the Pacific Point layer. And then we're going to cut our oval out of it. So I'll be back in just a minute. So now we have the circle, not an oval, circle cut out, and we're going to go ahead and flip this over. And the first thing we're going to do is attach our window sheet onto the back here. And I like to use the liquid glue for this. So just run a bead around your circle and go ahead and layer that on. And then we also need to put the our layer that's going to be in the back here onto it. And we're pretty safe putting it on kind of anywhere. Now we need to do our foam strips. So we're just going to peel one off, and we're going to go ahead and run it around the edge of the circle. These foam strips make it so much easier to do shaker cards in different shapes. So once we have that on, we're all ready to start our layering, except that I don't have our pieces that are going to go on the front, and I want to get those done before I start that. So let's go ahead and do our stamping. So we need our Pacific Point. And we're going to go ahead and stamp our big mean shark. And the Happy Valentine's Day that I've chosen is from the Meant to Be stamp set from the big catalog. So we have that. And then we're just going to fill in our shark with some more Pacific Point. Okay, so we're all done with our stamping. I'm going to go ahead and cut those. I have cut out the shark with the shark die and the Happy Valentine's Day with the stitched oval from that die set that I showed you, the stitched shapes. Now to make our little shark bite, we're going to make him bite. We're going to go ahead and cut him apart. So it's a little bit tricky. You have to cut around his teeth because you want his teeth. And then once you have him cut apart, you're going to want to just smooth off this jagged teeth part because we don't want to have the teeth showing in the bottom part. So we'll just cut that off. Okay, I set those off to the side for a minute. Now, I always find it easier to put my shaker pieces on here and then flip this on top. Otherwise, I have a hard time lining it up. So I have my little fish here that I have pre-cut out, and I've done them in some foils. Got an extra shark in there. There's foils and some Pacific Point and some Calypso coral. Let's see. Got a few bubbles if I wanted bubbles. Make sure that our foil ones are flipped so the foil side is up. Now you can also put the little sequins and things from the, I believe there are some from the Whale of a Time stamp set if you have those. So once you have those all where you want them, we're just going to remove our backer from our foam adhesive. Make sure we have it the right direction. And then go ahead and layer it on. Oh darn, and I forgot. I usually put a few pieces of the adhesive on the corners. Let's see if we can sneak them in here now. So I'll just sneak in a couple pieces just so that it stays all kind of the same level. I think we're okay up there, but I'm going to put a couple on these bottom corners here. Stick another one. And this, of course, is easier if you do it before you stick it down. But see, you can always fix things later too. So then we're going to put let's put our Happy Valentine's Day on this side so we can see our cute little turtles. And then we will put our shark up here like this. So he's kind of biting. I'm going to put him down with the, sorry for the abrupt ending. I'm not quite sure how I managed to do it, but somehow I turned my camera off before I was quite done talking. So here is the completed card. You can see that I've glued on the Chomping shark. Hope you enjoyed this card. It's kind of fun with the shakers with the little fish inside. And if you'd like to purchase any of the supplies, just go ahead and click on the link below to start shopping. I do also have this card listed on a blog post. If you'd like to go on there, you can actually click on the link that says buy everything to make this card, so it'd make it easy for you. Hope you enjoyed the card and have a great day.